We are live. Uh, and hello, hello, hello.
What is up?
Let me see. Yeah, we are live. Let me share this on Discord and on the other Discord. We will give it a couple of minutes for people to start, and then we'll start the review. How's that sound?
All good. Just gonna go to the bathroom. Hold on.
Hello, hello, hello. We are going to be doing a review of the new game. We're just going to let a couple of people in here, hopefully. The new game mode, for those that don't know, are going to be the Race of Champion Lost Island beta. So we're gonna Hey Salute Prune. Andrew, that is a great question. I think it's like a cat or an elephant, maybe. You know, it might be a cat, maybe an elephant, something like that. That's what I think it is. Um, Again, we're just waiting for to see how many people might show up, and then we will be uh, doing this for everyone. If you guys have questions in the meantime about things, I haven't really reviewed anything. We're going to be going over this, and then we're going to be going over Instagram. So Instagram is like their version or their like most public platform. So we're gonna go over what's in game, and then it looks like there's like a Q&A section on Instagram. So we'll be going over Instagram as well. Does anyone have any questions in the meantime, real quick? We could try and see what's up. Try and answer some questions for you guys. Any questions? Any thoughts? Any feelings, emotions, things like that? What do you guys got? Any questions? I'm down to help, down to have questions for you guys. I just need to know what they are for you guys. Again, we're going to be starting here momentarily. Stand. Just had to go do something real quick. And then we're going to be starting. Does anyone have any questions in the meantime? Any word on whether or not this Lost Island event will be released to servers outside of 2 through 50 before the 45 day period? Andrew, great question. A question that I would really like to know the answer to. Uh, the way that I interpret their response is no, is that this is a beta run. But maybe, maybe like 2 weeks in, there's not a lot of bugs, there's not a lot of issues, and it's released to everyone. I know personally for my queen level, I have like a week left of build days, and apparently this event is supposed to solve that, which I'm hoping to see when we go and do the review. Is that this event's gonna solve it? So, uh, I was trusting a lot that we were all gonna be able to do this event. So we'll see, right? We'll see.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey, Stan. All right, you guys. So for this, we're gonna have Stan on the call with us. Will we have migration before release to the rest? Trina, I have no idea. I would love for migration to happen one more time before it's released to the rest of us, if it does take the full 45 days. Again, we don't know one way or another. All we know is that this is a beta run, which is not what they had been telling us. I know that that's not the best thing in the world, but hopefully, right? It also says that hopefully, we all experience it sooner. Rigo, hey, I have a little worry. 4 or more weeks back, Groundhog rewards didn't go out for people that migrated, having information about it. I do not, Rigo. I would have recommended contacting the GM, but it's been so long, I don't know if that's possible anymore. Alright, so this is the screen that you guys see. I think it's an elephant. We were asked what we think the shape in the middle of the island was. Stand. I think it's an elephant. Uh, well, you got a little snout right there, and you got the little hind legs right there, and the little booty butt. Right? I think it's an elephant. All right, so this is the first screen that you guys see. Uh, as you guys can see, preview period, that's not going to be there normally. Registration period, matchmaking period, selection period, 45 days for actual competition, and then a settlement period. I assume that's where they like determine if anything in their system is wrong, and they go through the days. Do you think there's anything not making sense inside of this for you, Stan?
Not really. It kind of just does seem like Alliance Expedition, except 45-day long one.
Yeah.
That sign up part.
All right, so
It has the same settlement as well.
preview period, season of the Lost Island is about to start, and rulers need to join an alliance to sign up to the event. So those that don't know, there's going to be 50 people here. So that's like the preview period portion. Registration period, since the sign up chances are limited. After registration period, R5's alliance need to sign up fast for an alliance. That's interesting that it's up to the R5 and not the R5s and R4s like Alliance Expedition is, right? Um, so I'm a little bit concerned about that for like alliances that have R5s that maybe quit right as this is starting, or um, don't want to do it, but the rest of the alliance does. So within the last 3 days, so 50 people within the last 3 days have to have logged on within like as unique players, so not one person logging on 50 times. So that to me makes it sound like it's going to be an intense period if they're only wanting 50 people, or if they're wanting 50 people to be within the last 3 days. What are your thoughts about that, Stan?
It's kind of a bit weird with that sign up requirement as well. If you look at what is it, the next one, how it's saying that after three, where is it? Sorry. Oh no, wait, never mind. It's just a bit small, so I couldn't see. I saw a three UTC. Sorry.
I also find it interesting that you could sign up, you could register, everything could be going okay. And like let's say you're on the border, you're at 53 people that are active, and then on the last day only 49 people log in, and so you can get kicked out. So I don't know how much I enjoy that. But we'll see how that goes, right? Our alliance personally has like 89 active on average, so we won't be worrying about that. I'll definitely be able to make content for everyone. But kind of crazy that you could like be a smaller alliance right on edge and just be screwed, you know? Uh
Yeah, and even if you have a toxic R5 or R4s, just kick at the last second.
and then
Kind of a stupid way to do it.
yeah. And then it says after the last day of registration period, alliances cannot kick out members and members cannot withdraw from current alliance. We'll see if there's a place where it says that you can remove. Um, but if you can't leave for 45 days, I mean, this is a game with talking. That could be rather wild. That, like, something goes wrong, things like that. Hey, Gotti. Uh, peace and love back to you as well. So we'll see. We'll see if there's somewhere else that it says that after the last day of registration you can't do it. Matchmaking period. Alliances have signed up successfully will be matched. Cool. There will be 8 alliances that have similar power matched in one group to compete. All right. So this is important. Similar power. I know even Trina, who might still be in the chat, Trina was talking about like fake power, where whether or not it's relevant. So uh, I mean, our server has like 5 billion power because we're so old, right? We're a server 7 server. Um, so it'll be interesting to see people shedding power or gaining power because they want a different level of competition. But that's definitely interesting that they're at least telling you it's strictly based off of power. That's also concerning because does that mean an alliance with 80 players could get paid up with an alliance of 50 players since it's based purely off power? How do you feel about that stance, Stan?
Yeah, and there's also things like there's a similar problem with Alliance Expedition, how farm accounts can just have someone move their main into there and then they just dominate the whole thing.
Yeah, because it's unrealistic. They're T9s versus like T6s, T7s.
Yeah, exactly.
Woof.
So it's like no matter how many people with T6s there are, they'll never beat that person.
And then selection period, only R5 members of an alliance can start. Select the initial place. Selection day is 3 days, so like that's totally fine. That selection period, only the R5. That means the R5 has to be active within 3 days, or else you can't even start. So hopefully the R5 again doesn't quit or have something going on in their personal life. I think the R5 member being the only person is a little bit restrictive. Maybe like the R5 and the 4 R4s that are like nominated for a position,
Yeah,
right?
those officers.
Yeah, maybe something like that I would have liked to see. Just because I putting it all on one person that could, you know, fall asleep, could have a real life crisis, could have something like that is pretty crazy to me. Uh, After selection period ended, the alliance which did not select an initial place will be given an initial place by fairy randomly. I guess this could be good and bad. I mean, we all know how the random teleports go. They tend to be way out in an abnormal location. They tend to be far away. It's I've never had a random teleport be with nearby the tree, which
Um, yeah, honestly, I think this one is different though. If you click out and go to the map, I think it is. Check the map. You see the how there's those sectioned off areas.
all these different
Yeah,
like
that's
borders.
that's what it means by select a position. So each alliance picks one of those areas to start their base in.
Okay. See, look, you got a little tree snout right there, and you got a little face right there. And you got like little legs and a little booty butt right there. I think it's an elephant. All right. I have not reviewed literally anything for this game, so you have more knowledge than I did. I didn't know that you had reviewed anything. Hello, Lost in Time. The metal, George. The middle is a definite shape. I agree, George. It is an elephant, as I've stated. Competition period. After competition period started, all the members will be forced to enter the season zone. Uh, okay. I wonder if they'll be forced to enter after entering the season zone. Rulers cannot return to the original zone in a short time. So that's pretty interesting. You can't be in an alliance that registered and choose not to partake. So if your R5 decides you're registering, you either decide that you're not going to play with them or you decide to do it.
It's kind of ambiguous as well. It doesn't like Alliance Expedition. It doesn't say whether you can enter and exit like at will.
Well, once you
It's saying you
move,
can't return to the zone in a short time.
right, but once you move, I thought after you moved you were done, right? You were stuck in there for the all
From that
45 days.
second point, it's looking like yeah. That second point though. It's looking like you might be able to go back. Maybe it's just at the start you get teleported in, and then you can go in and out during that time. Yeah, that one.
Rewards will be sent via mail, and after the countdown of the settlement period ends, all rulers. Well, yeah, but the settlement period is 1.5 days. So the competition period, right? That's
Wasn't
underneath
that?
settlement period. Settlement period. After the cooldown of settlement period
Yeah,
ends.
that point two on competition period though.
Short
Like
time could
that
just be
short
lost in
time is kind
short.
of ambiguous.
That's fair. I just hold it up to like a translation error. You know, translation error. It's actually a short time is actually to them 45 days, but you could be right. It could be like 2 days. Hello, Tezzy. It's been a long time. I watched you since you started in Twitch. I'm happy to see you again. Thanks, Tezzy. I appreciate it. It's been a long time since Twitch. Uh, yeah, it's definitely been a long time since Twitch. But short time, like you said, it could be a day, 2 days. I wish that it would just say like you cannot return to original zone for this period. Right? That's what you're like. That's what you would have expected to see
Yeah,
here,
it's
right?
kind of like cutting you off from your entire server for a month and a half. It's kind of stupid.
Yes. None of this said that you'll be able to do server versus server or anything like that. So we'll see about that. All right, season details, basic rules. Alliance registration, season sign up are limited. All right, so this is all the stuff that we read already. So Race of the Champions starts after season competition period starts. Alliance members that are matched up successfully will be forced to enter the season zone. You cannot return to the original zone in a short term after entering the season zone. You'll be forced to teleport to the original zone when the season ends. So again, it doesn't say the entire time. It just says short term.
Yeah, it's kind of hmm. From when it's saying you'll be forced to teleport though, it kind of sounds like you can teleport before it ends.
Yeah, this language makes me feel like you're not going to be stuck there all 45 days. I agree.
Yeah.
Because they could have easily stated the entire period. Trina, so no farms. Trina, absolutely not, no farms. Unless your main alliance takes in a farm, but I wouldn't do that. That's just gonna add fake power to make uh, your matchups more difficult. Tanner Becker. One thing we had a question about is how will we get creature remains or other things that are a part of server or whatever. Tanner, that's a great question. I read one Q&A 6 on Instagram, and it did solve that question for you, so we will be getting to that, Tanner. When you enter the season zone, your antil will be teleported to a random location in the initial place selected by your alliance. So if there's right, so that map, oh, uh, that map right there, I guess you don't get to select exactly, right? You just get your one area, kind of like when you select a zone, right? And then afterwards, I guess hopefully an advanced teleport, maybe. We'll see, right? When you enter season zones, your anthill will be teleported to a random location. All right. Your alliance will be matched with other alliances in the same season area. At So the season area must be what they're calling the region where all 8 alliances are at. Oh, hey Slim. Stan.
Yeah. So I did read a little bit before, and it's that area in the middle is the tree area. What is it? The wonders of the tree, wonders and tree of abundance.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think that's like the main goal.
Okay. So season milestones will be unlocked in the season. Uh, so hopefully season milestones are like great rewards, right? Season milestones are targets that need to be completed together as alliance members. I really like that it's like saying together with alliance members, and where it's not like server versus server where alliance doesn't actually matter. You know what I mean? I I
Yeah, it's
I like that they're doing things as an alliance.
probably something like reaching a certain kill count.
Yeah. Uh,
Like
when
yeah,
when some of the milestones ends, and no matter whether the target is completed, their corresponding season function will be unlocked. Okay, so it's kind of like if you get there before X time zone, you get those benefits first. But if you don't get there, at least you still get those benefits. So that's the reason you should push and race. But even if you don't get there for some of them, you still need them in order to progress, so they'll give it to you eventually. I guess that's kind of cool, right? So that way, if you end up with an inactive alliance in the end, you still will be able to fully interact with the season. How do you feel about that?
yeah. There might just be like specific rewards that you get for hitting the top levels of the milestone or something, but they'll still activate
Yeah.
those season functions after. So like give you a buff for after the season ends.
Okay. Alliance occupation rewards, occupation of the Tree of Abundance. Okay. And the amounts occupied, some other wonders by your alliance will affect the season rewards, which can be gained. So there's other wonders. So you have the Tree of Abundance, that area that you said, in the middle, the elephant, and some other wonders. So that must be those other buildings that are on the map, right? Do you think these are the other wonders, those little other buildings here? Because you're saying this is
So
the
I
Tree of Abundance?
did see a few of them. Just a picture of the map where it showed. It's that elephant, as you called it, all four of those areas,
Okay.
and then on the far right, I think there was that one up in the corner is one as well,
This one right here?
and then yeah, and then so do you see how there's the colored squares in all of them?
Yeah.
If it doesn't have that, then it's one of the special ones, I think.
Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so all of these, and then this would be the other one. That's kind of odd that it would favor like the dark blue and pink over anywhere else, right? Because that's super.
Yeah, I know. But it's also that middle section is split into four as well.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look at pink. Pink, like this magenta pink, has this one, and this one that their borders are connected to. So that's, I guess, to me, that's pretty wild that it would be so favorable to one group.
Yeah, that's probably why it's important with your selection.
Yeah, so the R5 will have to be on like the start of selection period day. Wild. Okay. Season achievements or alliance occupational rewards. Rewards will differ according to your rank in alliance. So even inside the amount of activity that you have will differ the rewards. And then when season Lost Island ends, rewards will be sent via in-game mail. So you're only getting rewards once? I would have thought that you get them like daily or weekly. It kind of seems odd to only get them once every 45 days. It's not a lot of people are like, I mean, especially in a gotcha game, right? A lot of people are going to be like short benefit stuff like that. This is I mean, that's a long
Yeah, I
term
think
investment.
that might be what that alliance occupation reward is. So like that one would be the daily one or weekly one, and then the season one would be for the entire season.
Okay, okay. Alright, and then season achievements during competition period and settlement period in season. Rulers can obtain rich rewards by competing season achievements. Cool. Okay, so I guess that's what you're talking about. Season achievements. You can obtain
Yeah,
rewards during the competition period.
it looks like it for that one, yeah.
Okay.
But then
And
at the end as well,
uh
achievement rewards, yeah, sent by mail. So 45 days for both of them. That's
oh,
rough.
after the season ends. Wow. Okay. And then rulers need to work with the alliance members to complete different types of achievements. So it looks like you'll have like individual rewards within the alliance based off of rank, rewards for the alliance based off of rank, and like potentially group rewards, maybe. So that could be a lot of rewards. I hope that we can see like some amount of the rewards that we'll get. And then honors. Rulers can increase honor by occupying resource nodes, collecting seasoned soldier ants, enhancing buildings in Anthill. So this is like my number one concern is enhancing buildings in Anthill. Um, but I believe somewhere it's going to tell us that we have new buildings, and that's what it means by enhancing buildings.
Yeah, and I believe they were saying that it was going to reset, and they are season specific buildings.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get like a confirmation or see something on that. Uh,
One thing I'm curious about as well, collecting seasoned soldier ants. Hmm.
yeah, so does that
Like
mean that
instead
ours?
of instead of hatching.
Well, there's isn't there? Mm, mm, okay, yeah, maybe. And then when collection period ends, which rewards we sent to see when competition period ends. So even for honors, it's saying like at the end of it. Uh, yeah, Slim. We're just trying not to assume literally anything except for what we read. So we haven't read it yet, so we're trying to verify. Beach. The stream should be not in 144p. If that happened, please let me know for others. That would be an insane deficit to go from 1080p to 144p. You get them. You get them by killing the resources node protectors. Continue. It explains. Okay, Trina, we will be. Lost Island Zone. There are 13 areas of Lost Island Zone, and each area contains a certain amount of sub areas. 13 areas in Lost Island Zone. But we only saw. Oh, yeah, we saw 13. Okay. According to the abundance of resources in each area, they are divided as initial area, clash area, and abundance area. Initial area, less amounts of resources there, but is the initial place for alliance conquest. So that's the 8 with the different colors. Clash area, rich amounts of resources where rulers can develop anthills and enhance alliance power there. And abundance area, the abundance resources there are season wonder tree of abundance is located there. For the future colony, head to the abundance area together with alliance members and occupy the tree of abundance. So I guess the rest of these are going to be clash areas. 1, 2, 3, 4 will be clash areas, and then this is the land of abundance.
Yeah, it looks like it. One thing I'm curious about, do you have to be connected to one of those clash areas to teleport to it? Because if it doesn't really matter where you are on the map, then and you can just teleport from like the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Like, if only these three people can go here, but then these one, two, three, four people have to fight over this one. I would assume that you can teleport to any of the three, and like maybe this one gives. It's obviously not going to be
Yeah,
wet soil, but like
just
maybe this one gives wet soil, this one gives sand, and this one gives whatever. Obviously not those resources, but different resources.
yeah. Actually, it wouldn't make sense if you can't teleport directly, because then only three places can go to the tree. So
Yep.
forget that.
Okay. And then for future colony, head to the abundance area. Yep. So the tree. Season Wonder Tree of Abundance is the central fortress of the Lost Island. Defeat station troops in the Tree of Abundance and destroy all durability of it to occupy the Tree of Abundance. So just like regular tree, you have to destroy it to 100% and then you own it. After the Tree of Abundance is occupied, all members of the Alliance will be provided with bonus. That's cool. So not like just a positional bonus. There'll be a bonus for everyone. Thank you, Uriel. I agree. It is a nice elephant. After the Tree of Abundance is occupied, rulers can teleport to the neutral territory of this area. Is that? Do you think that that means that this is the neutral territory of this area after it's occupied?
Yeah, so they'd be able to, if they take the building in that area, then they could teleport inside that zone instead of just being able to teleport inside their zone.
Got it. I like it. I like it. So you'd have like two different nodes to be able to gather resources from. That's pretty cool. After the tree, yep, and then the occupation of the Tree of Abundance will affect the season rewards for the Alliance when the season ends. So how long do you guys think you hold the tree for? It doesn't really say here. So hopefully it like resets so that way not only one person can hold it in 45 days.
Yeah, from how it reads, it would just be like War of Kings.
Where it resets every week.
No, how you station at the tree. Just like I'm just seeing this as like a 45-day War of Kings where the tree is constantly active.
Got it. Uh, beach that is answered inside of some Instagram posts. So we'll get to there. After the wonder is occupied, rulers can teleport to the neutral territory of the area. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so all four of these are the same except the last one.
Tunnel and ferry. Tunnel and ferry are the key fortress towards other areas. Defeat station troops in the tunnel and ferry,
Interesting.
and destroy all their ability of them to occupy the tunnel and ferry. Interesting. So the tunnel and ferry is the wonders make sense. The layer and resistance makes sense. But the tunnel and ferry is the one with skulls. I didn't see anything with skulls on it.
Is that the one in each person's like own area? So like you have to um
You have a
maybe take that before you can go to any other areas.
uh there's twin conches and layers, residences, Conch Canyon, another Canyon. So I guess there's Conch Canyons. Oh, yep, tunnels.
There you go, tunnels. Yeah. So probably have to take those to go into the enemy's area. So yeah, it looks like it would be.
Well, it looks like tunnels are only in this other area. Look at that. They're only showing up in this one location. So that's kind of interesting.
I think. Can you click on a different initial area, or click back on that one? And I think that was arrows. Initial area conch cat. Oh no. Nope. Never mind.
Oh, over
Have
here.
to wait for
Yep,
it to
yep.
load. Oh
You're
yeah,
right.
there.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, there are
Yeah,
tunnels in
so
each one.
tunnels as well. Yeah, so it's going to be extremely important to get a good position then.
Yeah, and oh yeah, because each alliance will be able to fight against other alliances via these tunnels. So it'll be
Yeah, and also that means that it's only you see which ones are connected to the tree area. I think it's just three.
Yeah, these three. Well,
Yeah.
there's no tunnel connecting to the tree area. But this one has ferries. The last one didn't have ferries.
Can we check is if the tree area one has one?
Oh, it does. It does. It does. It does. Look, this one has tunnels going in there. So
Yeah.
do you think in order for this team to get here, they may have to go and get their tunnel unlocked here
Yeah,
and then a
capture the
tunnel in
enemy's
here?
tunnels probably.
Wow. Okay, so that's going to be huge. Something like here or here would be way better. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. Alliance gameplay. Alliance blockhouses provide initial Alliance territory and safe area. Only members of current Alliance can teleport into Alliance territory. See, but only members of current Alliance can teleport to the Alliance territory. The rulers in safe area cannot be attacked by other rulers, nor initial attack towards other anthills.
Yeah, so that's just like AE gather zones.
Uh, okay, so that's the Alliance blockhouse. Alliance territory. During season, can your own Alliance members teleport to Alliance territory? Yep, so only your Alliance members can teleport to the Alliance territory. There's no station troop difficulty bonus for the wild creatures. In resource nodes of Alliance territories, Alliance members can only attack the fortress connecting to their Alliance territory. Yep. They can only attack the fortress connecting to their Alliance territory. Wild. Alliance R3 or above ranking members can consume clay to build up Alliance Tower. Alliance Towers. So now it's R3 or above. So that's kind of different. Now R3s matter. There's 30 of those. You know?
Yeah, that'll definitely be something like really disposable then. They wouldn't let R3s like handle something if it was that important.
But it's also 43 players only out of 50, right? Because that's R3s, R4s, and the R5. So they're still limiting it to 43. So there's still 7 people, even in the smallest alliance, that won't be able to do something. That's crazy. Alliance Tower can expand Alliance territory, but it needs to be connected to the current Alliance territory when building it. Okay, so maybe the Alliance territory is not the entire section that they choose. So then the tunnels get into the section, but then the Alliance can build like a safe area that they slowly expand. Right? Maybe that's how that reads.
Yeah, that's probably how you saw all those different little buildings that were like all throughout those specific areas. It'll probably be just expanding into those.
Yeah. During season, build up Alliance towers will consume some clay. Alliance members can add clay to the Alliance by completing daily tasks. So we're going to need people that get 500 points out of 500 points a day. Wild. Reputation rankings of Alliance members will affect the number of seasoned soldier ants gained from occupied Fortress of Alliance. So you gain seasoned soldier ants by occupying Fortress of Alliance. Okay. The higher the reputation ranking, the greater the increase. So the more active you are on your phone or your BlueStacks, whatever you use, the more that you're going to get the soldier ants. So it isn't hatching. You're right. It's occupying the Fortress of Alliance. And then reputation origins participate in the construction of Alliance towers, destroy the Alliance towers of other alliances, defeat. Okay, so now. Okay, so yeah, you're going to be going into other areas, hitting their towers to try and shrink their areas. R3s are going to try and continue to grow their areas. Um, Destroy durability of the fortress, and defeat soldier ants of rulers from other alliances and fortresses. I wonder if this is gonna be like, so you know how there's like even in initially in every server it was, you know, go to war, and then eventually it was more beneficial for everyone to get rewards and everything, so people started coming up with nap and stuff like that. And so maybe there'll be a point where people are like, okay, there you should have a nap of, everyone having at least 20 tunnels, right? Like the 20 closest tunnels to their original location. You know what I'm saying? So that way everyone gets
Yeah,
at least like X amount of rewards or something like that.
people definitely will have to concede to trying that though, because there's definitely going to be specific buildings that are the most important, like ones that, or specific places that like connect to those three different, um, what were they?
Yeah,
Those
the
areas you can occupy.
yeah, absolutely. I agree. So like people are going to want to be able to occupy the wonders and the layers and stuff like that. But maybe there's like inside of this map, right? If we looked at any one, there was like a bunch of different locations. So maybe like these six, no one hits, or these 10, no one hits. You know what I mean? In order to ensure that everyone can still gather and do those types of alliancey things in order to get X
Hmm.
amount of base rewards.
I'm thinking it'll more be like those specific key points. Because what it looks like is those alliance towers, you can build them up, so strengthen specific ones. So you'll be like putting more defenses in one specific like key area that you need to hold.
That's fair. That's fair based off of like how other zones like convey, right? So if they attack towards the top, you want to focus on those alliance towers, but if they're like going around the outer edge, right? You'll want to focus on those areas, right? So
Yeah, like
it,
those bits in the middle that it's going to be pointless to like in the middle of the initial zones. Those bits in the middle, they're going to be pointless to capture and upgrade because what are you defending? Like, what good is it going to do to upgrade there? You'd
and
rather do it near the edges, so they can't get into your base.
that's fair. And like you'd want to do these ones more than you'd want to do these ones, or unless they like take these tunnels over here, then you'd want to do this outer edge. So it'll depend on how the zones on either side interact with you, right? Coming up with a strategy for this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. Or even how it's you've got like one zone on either side, and then that one connected to the tree in the middle.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting whether it's worth trying to stop them from getting into your zone to get to the tree, or just bolstering the tree itself.
yeah. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter that much about your own area, your original area. You're totally right. All right, seasoned soldier ants. We've been curious about this. During the season, you can help from seasoned soldier ants for free. Seasoned soldier ants are very powerful, so they will not die in the season. Once treated in the seasoned troop camp, they can rejoin the battle. Okay, so you never lose them. After the season ends, they will stay on the island instead of returning to the original zone with you. Okay, and the zones
All right.
reset every season.
Yeah,
Okay.
there it is. Number 4. So, strongest war zone and colony actions are still active. So it looks like you will be able to just enter and exit freely.
Well, or they happen inside the zone, right? What stops what?
Uh, Kill event, hog.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair because those are both strongest war zones. So you'll have to be able to come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Does this a zone internal event or cross server? Adam, it's cross server based off of alliance power. Yeah, so you'll have to be able to enter and leave freely in order to do groundhog and kill event. You're totally correct. Yep, yep, yep. So it is cool that you can get colony actions and SVS points, which just means that doing these seasons is just better because there's additional rewards on top of SVS on top of colony actions. So for anyone, it'll be better to just do it. There's new gameplay for season resource nodes, defeating station troops and resource nodes and destroying all the durability to occupy the node. Rulers can only gather the node when it has been occupied. After the resource node is occupied, it will provide seasoned soldier ants. So it will be beneficial to take some of those closer locations than Stanson.
Yeah. So, hmm, that
And
as
then,
well. It does really seem like you would just have to bolster your edges. So just have weak weak units in the middle occupying those resource nodes to try and just constantly produce those soldier ants and then
yeah.
stop people from getting in.
I'm also kind of curious, is it like one soldier ant per gather? Or is it like, 1,000, 2,000? And it says higher level resource nodes will provide more seasoned soldier ants. So is it just like level 5 through 8? Or do you get to gather from 9s, 10s? You know what I mean?
Hmm. Unless seasoned soldier ants are just like one specific tier. So like the Jewel of Queens ants, how it's just one set level, and maybe it's just they just
Oh,
provide a
okay.
higher quantity rather than quality.
Fair. During seasons, rulers can enhance some buildings in the anthill. The buildings which can be enhanced will provide ruler with bonuses. Enhancing buildings will consume resources and enhancement resin. Alright, so there's another resource, but it'll consume some of your original resources. And enhancement resin is the special resources from the season. Obtaining method of enhancement resin, defeat high level creatures, rally creatures, and hornets. So there'll be a new creature, which is down below, and participate in season events. After season ends, until enhancement features will close. The bonus will also disappear from the building enhancement. So the only thing I don't like about this is it doesn't clearly state that while doing this with resonance stuff will give you bonus building power, which will therefore give you SVS points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really dislike all of this. Provide the ruler with bonus as well. It's like
What bonus?
exactly.
All right. Hornet, new wild creature. Hornets will be unlocked from the season's milestone progress. So they won't be available initially, right? Because it'll be unlocked from the milestone progress. Hornets cannot be
Yeah,
located with the search feature in season. That seems weird. Why make it difficult to find hornets? Okay.
yeah, probably going to be like actually giving good rewards. So if you could just find them, you'd be able to like power level really quickly.
So hopefully there's people in alliances that are really good at scanning maps, I guess. And then defeating the hornet will reward you with rich rewards, uh, more than other wild creatures. Okay, so you're gonna want to prioritize hornets when they're, and potentially rally hornets. Maybe this is like a groundhog rally or something like that, or not groundhog rally, but like a lizard rally. This is the new lizard.
There's the new lizard down the bottom.
Oh, the gecko. Okay. Saving soldier ants, rescue the dead soldier ants in season to make them return after season ends. Okay, so nothing you do in the 45 days impacts your anthill outside of it. After season ends, the dead soldier ants will be sent to you via mail. So you could like shed 20 mil, 30 mil power, and it looks like it's right because these ones are going to be sent to you via mail. So you're going to be able to use your T9 carrier ants or T10 carrier ants, and then also those special soldier ants, right? The season soldier ants. So
Yeah, if you can use both of them, then those special season ones have got to be
I
like
also
a lot
like,
better.
yeah, and I really like that the seasoned soldier ants are there because that means people with like T6s, T7s, T8s will be able to compete with those with
Yeah,
T9s,
still useful.
T10s. Yeah, because they'll get the special seasoned soldier ants over time. So
Unless it's like a weaker version than T9s. Like
yeah,
if it's a tier below T9s or something.
I guess we'll find out. But I'm optimistic. I'm trying to be as positive as possible, so I'm optimistic Slim, we have no idea how many nodes you can gather from at once. I assume it's going to be 4 nodes. Right, 4 rally centers. But I'm optimistic seasoned soldier ants are going to be something like that equals the playing field for all players, and eventually over time you'll gain enough to fill all 4 marches. So, like, the first 10 days or something, T9, T10 players are going to be more powerful, and then after 10 days, 20 days, everyone can interact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at that point, it's probably going to be too late, though. It's still just going to be um, T9 players are going to dominate it because they're going to occupy more, then their alliance is going to have more of those seasoned soldier ants, and then they'll be able to occupy more. It's just going to be a snowball if it is like that.
That's fair. Alright, and then wild creatures. Much more wild, powerful creatures will appear in the season. Get prepared. You can obtain rich rewards in defeating it. I did read one of the Q&As, and I know that they're greater than level 16 wild creatures, so I'm very excited for that. And then the Gecko. Much more powerful rally creatures. Geckos will appear in season. Gather alliance members to rally attack and obtain new rich rewards after defeating it. So there's the Gecko, there's the Hornets, there's new materials, right? There's the enhancement resin, there's new creatures. So I mean, on one hand, this is looking really cool and really exciting, and you will be able to use like your old stuff, right? How are you gonna hunt wild creatures if you don't have anything, right? And they're increasing the power difficulty, but at the same time, you're getting a bunch of new stuff. So I like that. Unlike other new features that they've done, they're not just throwing away everything that's new and everything, right?
Yeah, I just wondering whether it'll like completely take over all of the things you actually have,
Yeah, that's fair.
like
Okay,
power creep.
reward preview. So this is exotic shells are going to
Oh,
be in here,
I'm happy.
genetics, bioessence, and then this is the insect and the lucky egg. So that's cool.
Bio and exotics.
Get
Yes, please.
exclusive season special ants for free, and an anthill skin, which we know that the anthill skin is time limited. Do you know? Have you seen this, Stan?
Yeah, also the chat bubble.
Yeah. So the skin is only going to last 45 days. So if you didn't know this, this skin will only last 45 days, 30 days, 20 days, 15 days, or 7 days.
Really, really curious how they'll do that with experience. Like, is it going to
Yeah.
give experience or not?
Or does it only increase your experience for like that period of time? That would be crazy.
And then
Imagine
you'll
going from
drop
like,
back down star level.
yeah, imagine like Fox, one of my Patreons is 9 star Anthill. Imagine going from 9 star to 10 star, that massive power gap, and then dropping back down to 9 star. That would be wild. Uh, which one is the season rewards for the
Chat box.
chat box? Because I did not know about this one. Oh, this one.
That one.
Okay. So Wind's Whisper. I like it. I like the blue. I like that it matches the Poseidon skin. That looks cool. I like that. I wish that the lucky egg in it will choose your rewards to unlock an orange chant from the duplicates and for star up. John, it does sound like it's going to be new special ants, but it's going to be special ants you can use when you get home. So that'll be cool. It looks like the special ants will transfer back. So I kind of really like that. It looks like anything that'll take besides the buildings, because the buildings won't. So, is there anything else we should look at in game before we do Discord? Or before we do Instagram?
Um, we'll check out, see if there's anything else in the other menus.
Like the March units and stuff?
No, of the actual event page. Um,
Here?
Yes, this one. Is this all just the same stuff, or
8 alliances, registration period, matchmaking period. Yeah, this is the same stuff.
yeah, just bullcrap?
Yeah, so there's no other information inside of there. So, info
Hmm.
here, number of alliances. Yeah. So we've had 95 unique people log in within the last 3 days here. So that's pretty cool. Okay. All right. Want to hop onto onto Instagram? Stinson
Let's
Stin?
do it.
Okay. All right. So, for those that don't know, the Ants Underground I can't find like a English Twitter. It seems to be in some other language. And the Facebook doesn't have as much information, in my opinion, as Instagram. So we're gonna be looking at the thing. All right. So Q&A number one. Uh, First off, the official Ants Q&A season. Why should I join this gameplay? You can get abundant rewards as well as other experience, as well as other wonderful experience in different existing events. And there's a chance to get season special Ants. So again, you can only get season special Ants from joining. So that seems pretty cool. Will it affect switching accounts? Switching accounts are not possible once in the battlefield. So, like, will you be able to play on your alts? You can switch accounts normally on the last island during the season. Cool. Will new buildings be added to the anthill in addition to the event? So it's going to be the season troop camp and where you can view season soldier ants. So is it only one building? Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Regarding the cities that need to be occupied, what are the differences in durability and stationed troops between them? As the fortress level increases, the difficulty of the stationed troops and durability of the fortress will become higher and higher. So, higher fortress levels, as we looked at, will make it more difficult. That makes sense.
Yeah, assuming it's just like squirter buff or something. So the higher level you get it, the better squirter buff you get.
Yeah. Okay. And then whether the 45-day gameplay is divided into the building and battle stages, or both of them will be carried on at the same time. Both of them will be carried on at the same time. So there's no like development and then subsequent build war stage. It'll be simultaneous. So it may be
Yeah, I
that
kind of like that.
I like that, but that means that the season troop camp, maybe it's not worth holding on, especially if it's only one building for SVS. You know what I'm saying? But I guess
Yeah,
the enhancement materials may limit you anyways, so it might be
kind
fine.
of necessary though if you're maxed out. You could just focus on war
Yeah.
because you definitely need that building at that point. Otherwise, you're just missing out on an entire 7,000 creature remains.
Yeah. Which I mean, yeah. Okay. What happens to players who are left behind? Will the new uh, events on the original zone during the season, or is it unilateral focus during the season only on the content of the season? Rulers who stay in the original zone can still participate in all non-season in-game events and new non-seasonal events. Okay, so if you stay behind, SVS and everything else will still work for you. You're just missing out on the new event. Will you consider adding an exit function? What should I do if I find that I am not used to it after joining and want to return to the original zone? Once you enter the Lost Island, you cannot exit.
Hmm.
So short period of time is looking like 45 days. How do you do groundhog and how do you do kill event? I guess you're like for kill event, it's gathering. So you could like gather at those new nodes, and you could defeat soldier ants from other things. So, but how do you do groundhog?
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't know.
groundhog will be populated inside of this area as well, right? Because there's not new insects, there's higher level of insects. So maybe groundhog will just
Either
be in this area.
either that or just some way to actually get good rewards during the event.
Yeah.
Like if it's worth losing out on SVS to go in, then I guess I
One
guess it's
day,
fine.
it's only 1 day a week of SVS, right? Uh,
Um,
will the new
I doubt it.
gameplay map have new evolution? Can the original evolution be brought in after the season ends? Can the new evolution be brought out? There is a new system in the Lost Island, Anthill enhancement. By consuming specific items and resources, buildings can be enhanced. Okay, so instead of evolution, it's going to be buildings. But buildings can be enhanced. Buildings. So can like original buildings be enhanced to give certain points?
Hmm.
And
Yeah, I still don't see how they're going to tie SVS into this.
uh, yeah, anthill enhancement only takes effect during the season, but not in the original zone. Okay. After entering in the zone chat or original zone, still be accessible. So you will be able to talk to your friends in the original zone. Can I use my own soldier ants through the season, or can I only use the exclusive season soldier ants? Your original soldier ants can be used normally. Okay. Can I still get bioessence in the new season gameplay? Is their participation compulsory or voluntary? There are ways to obtain bioessence during the season, which can be exchanged for 4 of it per week through the season store. So it's
Okay,
four bio.
nice. The next one.
That makes Alliance Expedition possible, right? That's the same amount,
Yeah,
especially assuming that the VIP store will be available no matter what, right? I would assume. I guess we'll see if it's in the Q&A, but I assume it's 4 bioessence a week and then one from VIP store. Can I join the events of
yeah.
Strongest Warzone during the
No
season?
AE.
Here you go. Can I join events of the Strongest Warzone during the season? Events like attacking Groundhog and occupying Squirters. During the event, attacking Groundhog can still be done normally. However, occupying Squirters will not be available anymore.
So
So potentially missing
do
out
they
on
just?
one event every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Are they making it so it's only groundhog every single week, or are they just throwing away an entire day?
Or right, in kill event you can get points from gathering insect level up and from soldier level defeats. 1 second. Oh, I have to sneeze. I'm gonna mute myself at some point in time, and I apologize. It's gonna be because I sneeze. My nose is. Someone's talking about me. uh, right. So like my thought is like, you can gather right this clay or whatever and special soldier ants from different nodes. So that's like potential points. Maybe there's like sand piles and stuff that you can gather, and you can do PvP with other 7 servers. So maybe that will count. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it does
I don't know.
explicitly
It's
state
looking like
that.
it's just going to be that. So that all of those events would be just in that seasonal one. I'm still really angry that it's so long and you can't go in and out because it's kind of ruining the entire server community as well. Like you get to keep your alliance, but you're just throwing away the whole server community for that whole 45 days. I
I
kind of
mean,
dislike that.
you'll be able to talk within your zone chat still. So like that level of server community. But like PvP and stuff, there won't be. Like if someone hits your farm, you won't be able to retaliate with your main. because your farm's not
Yeah,
coming in with you.
yeah, I don't know, but all of them would also just be in their own seasonal event as well. So your entire server is just going to be like a ghost town.
Yeah. And then the Alliance Expedition, Rainforest can't be participated in. So War of the Kings and Alliance Expedition can't be done. So that means that you can't go to the tree. So you're giving up 45 days of tree
You can.
experience.
It
You,
says under it.
oh. Will rulers still be able to dispatch for War Zone task for experience during the season? During the seasons, rulers can obtain War Zone construction tasks by dispatching unit to Alliance blockhouse. Ignore me, I hadn't read that part yet. Yeah, Trina, so because they clearly state that squirters are not available, but you'll be able to do SVS. I'm assuming that like hitting those other 7 alliances will count towards kill event day. But as Stan pointed out, maybe every week is Groundhog Week. You know what I mean? But at the same time, server versus server, I would assume that your alliance is contributing to that server versus server score of the original server you're in. And they're not going to get Groundhog back to back. So that to me says it's going to be kill event. Therefore, in order for you to add points, it's going to be insect leveling up and doing PvP with the other 7 alliances. Because the way I'm viewing it is like Stan said, it's killing like the zone in the server group. So hopefully, and again, I'm trying to be an optimistic person. Reasons to continue to play this game. Uh, Hopefully, your server versus server scores are going to impact the original zone, so that way every alliance is still pushing to work together as a server. In which case, it means that on kill event day, it'll be kill event day, because there will still be alliances that stay back. Right? Not every alliance in every server is 50 people.
Yeah, exactly. And I really wonder what they're going to do with positions as well, because like king.
I
So the
mean,
people on that server back on the normal server.
are you gonna be able to take king? We're gonna have some wild kings, people. People I've never been king are gonna be king. That's how I read it.
Yeah, and then that's also extra Warzone experience as well, just for free.
Yep. If all rulers on a zone participate in the season, what about the War of the Kings? What should rulers choose for king and other positions? Even if all active rulers participate in the season, War of the Kings will progress normally, just without king and officers. The rulers who is king will have to pass the king position to other rulers before entering the season. Okay, so just like migration, where the king can now migrate, even if they're king, you'll be able to like enter and just give king away at that time. So you'll have to give it to someone though, and the officers will be directly removed from that position. So War of the Kings is going to progress on the server no matter what, and you have to give away your king, and officer positions will just get stripped. After the season ends, rulers will get compensation for all deaths and severely injured soldier ants, not including seasoned soldier ants. Does this mean that our own soldier ants can also enter the season map? We already know that. In the Lost Island, every ruler can use their own soldier ants normally. What are your thoughts, Stan? You had something on the Warzone thing again? War of the Kings?
No, not really. It's just mm, just that Warzone experience that you're losing out on, pretty much, and not being able to obtain positions kind of sucks for SVS as well. Like that's so much you could push with those positions.
Well, thinking about SVS, sorry. Thinking about SVS again. Gathering Day. Right? So
Yeah,
far, the only
exactly.
thing that you've gathered is clay or the special enhancement material. Does that mean that there will be other nodes? You know, like sand and leaves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's just like the exact same pretty much with those extra little buildings. So the way I see it is just it's exactly the same as outside. So same resource nodes, same insects, but then there's also just the higher level ones.
Got it. Okay. And then it's a free for all. All 8 alliances will fight against each other, not as one group. That was 4, 5. Will 4 alliances form a union during the season? Does the season chat consist of 4 alliances together or all rulers on the island? On the last island, each alliance is in a different force. So there's a force chat, I guess. There's an exclusive chat channel during the season. Okay, so everyone will have their own alliances. You don't get to team up as far as they care, but I mean, I'm sure that that will change, right? I'm sure people will exchange discords and people will talk, and like all 8 alliance leaders will get. You know what I mean? This sounds like you're just forming a 45-day server.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
Except it's more of a PvP server than the original ones. Original server seems really anti PvP, but this one just seems like it's just breeding ground for PvP. I kind of like it.
Hopefully it goes well. I'm like that also means like tile hitting for pre-gathering day. Like set the other 7 servers will be able to tile hit for pre-gathering day.
Yeah, true.
So,
Maybe when it was talking about that safe zone inside your um,
so that way you can
specific
pre-gather.
place, maybe you can gather from. Maybe there's resource nodes in there. Never know.
Yeah. Uh, Phonics says we've seen in other preview photos normal resource nodes and insects will exist in the Lost Island map. Sweet. The new zone will have its own independent migration plan, and the migration event will be open successively after server 500. So the season gameplay is range server 2 to 50 at this time. In view of the gameplay and range of opening zones, does it mean that server 600 will have a migration event at least 4 months later? The new zone will have its own independent migration plan. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So, I what? That makes no sense.
I don't know. I don't know why they're talking about
My
season gameplay
and
and then
migration.
migration. That's just stupid.
If the season gameplay is only open for server 2 to server 50, why the ants promote the event of rulers in other zones rather than notify the rulers of server 2 through 50? This is like a number one frustration. I'm not surprised to see it on questions. The season gameplay range of server 2 through 50 at first time. See at first time. The current season island is a beta version. We'll collect feedback and take it seriously, and then necessary updates will be made later in view of the feedback from the rulers. We will try to
Yeah.
present more quality season contents for all rulers who can notify and participate at this time, and hope rulers
So
can
you
wait
can pretty
patiently.
much you can pretty much see that as it's going to be at least 2 months before anyone else gets it because they have to go through the entire first season,
Yep.
then get the feedback, make some updates, and then release it
Yeah. So this is gonna be.
elsewhere.
So it's
It's
gonna
going to
be
be at
what's
least 2 months away minimum.
probably 3 months because I have to do the update. I mean, from Duel of the Queens 1 to Duel of the Queens 2, right now they knock them out pretty consistently. But from Duel of the Queens 1 to Duel of the Queens Season 2, it was what, 15 days? 20 days?
Yeah, exactly. And this is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Really depends how much practice. I mean, how much testing they put in on server one,
Yeah.
because
I,
that's where they would have tested all of it.
and it means server 2 through server 50 is just going to be ahead. They're going to get special ants and all that other stuff. That
Yeah, special ants, bio, all of that. stuff, all of that stuff.
This event was poorly executed at best. Poorly executed at best. Alright. After entering all seasons, all kinds of buffs, upgrades, etc. will be erased. Will the buffs be returned to their original status after the end of season? If not, how will participating rulers compete off-season rulers? The development progress of every ruler outside of the season can be taken into the season island. So you're losing nothing going into the season island. In the season island, attributes obtained through anthill enhancement only, it seems, will disappear, and the ruler leaves the island and enhancements level will be reset. So it looks like there's going to be multiple things in the anthill that will be able to get enhanced, and then one additional new building. But ruler can earn generous season rewards as long as rulers normally experience the gameplay. The overall development will not lag behind off-season rulers, and rulers can get exclusive season special ants. So they're trying to promote this as like better, but I mean, we'll see. I'm in an alliance to see what's gonna happen, so I'll keep you guys posted and show you guys what we have. Does anyone know if we need resources like sand and wet soil? Fanatic, it says that they're going to take regular resources and enhancement mutation materials, so new and old. So both. I would not stockpile for 2 months though. This is gonna before any other server is gonna see this event. It's gonna the way that this reads, it's gonna be at least 2 months, if not longer. Right. So we've had Discord mods, not Discord mods. We've had YouTube staff members inside of the Discord state that it was gonna be like server 2 through 50, week 1, server 51 through 100, week 2. Those YouTube staff members are clearly wrong because the way this reads is it's going to be the entirety of the beta and then released to other servers. How do we participate in Strongest Warzone Building Day? Rulers can complete Strongest Warzone tasks from the Anthill enhancement. So enhancement's going to be added to Building Day. So there's hope, right? Like, there's hope in 75 days. In 75 days. So I'm going to miss, like, me personally, my building days are very, very finite. So I'm going to miss 2, 3, 4 weeks of building days at least. Probably, no, 8. Sorry. Let's be more realistic. 8 to 12 building days. I think I have maybe 2 more building days left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder how much you'll be able to push with just that enhancement as well. Because if you can push it to full 9 shells, then it might even be worth it for you to only do that enhancement.
Yeah, so that way you're not wasting it. But, I mean, my main account in server 260 is not going to see this event for 75, 80 days. 90
Yeah,
days 90 days from now, right? Because there's still
yeah,
7 days before the 60 days starts.
yeah. It kind of depends on how they do release it after the beta.
Yeah.
Like if there's not really any bugs or anything to fix, like if everything goes well, it'll probably be out 2 weeks later. But it really depends.
Yeah. John, they already stated you'll be able to rally the groundhog normally, but kill event you won't be able to like join the squirters, so we're not sure how that's gonna work for kill event. I have speculation at best. That's like the best I have. We have no idea how kill event's gonna go. Besides the fact you'll be able to star up insects. That's the only thing we know you'll be able to do to contribute towards kill event. So there's a potential that you're losing 7,000 creature remains every 2 weeks for kill event, or roughly 7,000. Because I personally cannot get ninth chest just off of insects alone. Or maybe you only do insects every other week, right? Maybe that'll be the strategy. Stan.
Might be. Insects probably wouldn't be able to push you that high into the SVS though. There'll be some way that they work around kill event. I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, and then
Either that or just give you free stuff.
yeah. What are the ways to obtain enhancement materials? Can we get it for free? Is it difficult? Enhancement items are available for free. Rulers can obtain it in the first 20 defeats of level 16 or above wild creatures and hornets, a new wild creature for the season, each day. These items can also be obtained in the season store. So there's going to be a season store, which, yeah, will probably be money or maybe diamonds and other things that you can exchange for it. Level 16 or above wild creatures. So so to be efficient with stamina, you're going to want to hit all of level 16. So it makes sense that Groundhog is going to no longer take stamina because of this right here, right? You're going to want to be able to hit insects every day and hornets every day. It also only brings up hornets. It doesn't bring up gecko, so gecko's not going to bring enhancement items, it sounds like. So, do you have anywhere else that you would recommend us looking at for information? Maybe Discord?
There's not much on Discord. Um, I don't really trust anything the fairies say,
Yeah, I agree.
like at face value anymore.
Yeah. I not no hate here. Uh and it doesn't look like there's any looking in this actually. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Sorry. Uh, there's nothing in there. Ignore me. Ignore me. There's nothing inside of the Discord. I was trying to be a little bit helpful. There's nothing inside of there. Uh
um,
you can
yeah,
do John, you'll be able to do Warzone expedition through going to like the Alliance tunnel and John, 45 days on a new map doesn't sound that bad to me. It doesn't sound like it's going to be as intense as I thought it was. Maybe just like every Friday night's going to be intense. So,
yeah. You can just kind of think of it as like starting a new server, pretty much.
yeah.
Like, think of how many top alliances are in your current server. Maybe like five maximum who are actually top performers. It's just pretty much doubling the size of your server and starting fresh with new faces.
Every 45 days. And like some people are
Yeah,
going to come into here and be like absolutely not to any like safety or things like that. And some people are going to come into here and try and set up nap 8 essentially. So I definitely see new discords coming out or new
yeah,
lines depending on what your main form of communication is. And then uh, I see people forming treaties and stuff like that, right? Like, hey, let's not hit each other. Let's hit on either side, right? Or like, our server Sin goes up against DLZ 3 times in Alliance Expedition already. If we're inside of the same war zone, right? I see that being problematic because we'll definitely form some sort of treaty against them or with them. You know what I mean?
yeah. We would definitely,
That'd definitely be toxic to be with anyone inside of your server if you have like a good strong server bond.
yeah. Instead of fighting like versus seven other alliances, you'd just be fighting versus six.
Yeah,
It's a lot. It'd be a lot easier to get those specific goals,
yeah.
I guess.
And if tree rotates like every other week in between two alliances or something, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, like just think about it. If you're next to, can you go back to BlueStacks
Yeah, absolutely.
on the map? So like just think about it. If you're next to your friend's zone in here, then you don't have to fortify that middle bit at all. So instead of having
Okay.
to spend half of your armies in that middle bit that connects you and your friend's zone, you would be able to put all of your army on the other side,
Yeah, because the side would
defending
be
from
free.
the attackers. Yeah, so there'd be a lot of benefits to actually having someone you know in the same zone.
Yeah, and being able to select one by them. Also, right? If 7 people want a nap and one person does not, you'll be able to fortify against just that one place. Cause I see a lot like if you think about it for SVS, almost every zone is nap, right? Maybe there's X number of free days, but every zone has some number of nap days, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And that's probably what their whole idea was behind this event, because it's definitely going to have like PvP 90% of the game. Like it's going to be constant PvP for 45 days. Just
Well, I mean that's probably
mm,
their hope, but I don't see that happening. I see people coming from nap servers and trying to set up the exact same nap alliance, right? Slim, if you're gonna talk about it, be about it. Otherwise, don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't I I just see nap happening and ruining this new event.
I honestly don't, because they have said that capturing more places also does
More
um
things for you.
speed up, yeah, and speed up your progress towards getting those new special ants. Gives you better rewards. So I don't see any alliance agreeing to a nap with more than one other person or two other people. Um,
It's fair.
just because, yeah, you wouldn't want to split your reward between 8 people when you can split it between three.
Yep. 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 Wild. 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 Wild.
Yes, it's yeah. The fact that it's directly competing against the other alliances really makes it anti nap. Like in our original servers, it's the whole alliance is working towards SVS. Like it has a one same goal, but now each alliance would have a different goal, which is their own personal gain. So I don't see any naps being formed unless it's like a really small one, like 2v2v2v2.
Yeah, Trina, that's what Stan is saying. Uriel, that's not necessarily true. People are going to be joining for the new
Like
special ants and for the new rewards. They're not just going to be joining for the fight. Uh, John, it looks like an elephant. That's all we're going to say. It looks like an elephant. Uh, yeah.
yeah, people would join just for that new special ant, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, like, I understand what you're saying, Uriel. Uriel's saying all alliances that decide to join will be joining in for the fight. I just don't see that happening. People are going to be joining because they want the exclusive rewards, right? There are people that want to collect everything that they can collect. Trina, I agree. Trina's saying I can see treaties maybe that are 1 to 2 neighbors, but that's about it. I agree, Trina. But I can also
Mm,
see people coming in and trying to form a nap, right? Like if it's just uh like if everyone can earn equal amounts of rewards, maybe that's more beneficial.
ooh, one thing I don't know. Yeah, I don't really agree with that last comment as well. By Trina, that middle area between both of you, if you're in a treaty, you're just going to be splitting those tunnels evenly between each other. So unless you, um, if you do have to go like jump from building to building to building to get to the opposite side,
You could just give up one tunnel and then another
Yeah,
tunnel.
give up one line each as well. So if you have to like go building hopping to get to the other side,
Yeah.
just giving up a line each, you still have the exact same amount of buildings each. You'd be able to do it evenly and give each other space to actually go wherever you want.
But if we look, these tunnels don't connect to this area, right? There's no tunnels in this area. So again, we might be able to just teleport here, but the tunnels connect the original areas. You know what I'm saying?
What is that? What is that? Is there any tunnels in those middle areas, like the tree areas?
Oh, there is. Yep, you're
Yeah.
right. Disregard. And there's none connecting. There's none
Hold on.
connecting
How
other.
many tunnels are there? Yeah, there's only. Oh wow. So that
There's
one you can only get to by that one place.
if these pictures are accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and this you have to get into like this location in order to get there.
Yeah, it looks like you have to go. So you have to go through those.
Clash areas.
You got to go through the ball sack. And
You have to go through the clash areas. This
yeah.
is an elephant's leg and an elephant's rump. This is an elephant's stout. Stand, stand, stand.
Yeah,
Uh,
you got to go through the ears and the snout, whatever it is, trunk. Hmm.
yeah, Trina. I mean, our stand, stand, stand in our server. We're from the same server. Stand, stand, stand is probably the best YouTube person that I've ever met uh, for this game, and him and I, our server has a lot of really open and good communication. No, very few, if any, toxic. And my cat is like bumping my light and everything. Sorry. This is Reinhardt, everyone. This is Reinhardt. He loves you. I'm gonna put him over here. Uh, yeah. I mean, this is pretty crazy, right? And this is just called initial area. So what does that mean, right?
That
This,
one as well.
yeah. So this
That one
is
as well. Did you see that? That's also. It looks like it's just from
here
up.
to here.
If you look at the tunnel location.
Yeah. But it's called an initial area. That would give us 9 initial areas, right?
Yeah. So one of them would be. Hmm. Yeah. Actually,
And then these tunnels
it's
would
really
connect.
hard. Yeah. Really hard to see what how it would play out.
Yeah, because this one doesn't have colors and it's the ninth one, so.
We really need to know what the tunnels do, like how they connect properly, before we can actually make any strategies on this. Because if they are just only specific areas can go to those um, specific capture points,
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't be worth taking those at the start. Like if you go to the bottom right one, one more, that one, from what we saw before, that's the only one that's connected to that green area, the middle capture point.
Mm.
So capturing this place early, then you're definitely going to be attacked from both sides. So it probably would be detrimental to capture to start at this place because you'd just be under attack straight away.
Yeah. John, it says that when you enter this location, you disappear from the other server. John, I mean, I can't tell you specifically, but it stated that you'll be transported to this location. So even if it stays in the main server, I assume you won't be able to be hit from the main server. This is a wild. There's a lot of not set yet set alliance coordinations. There's a lot of detail that I hope to be able to discuss with you in about a week when this actually starts.
Yeah, there's so many things
Well, 2 weeks
that
really.
kind of really needs the
More
specific
clarity.
details before we can actually make any strategies or anything on it.
I'm really frustrated that there wasn't more clarity inside of this, but I guess I should have expected it. Yeah, Trina, it might be like a permanent bubble. John, you won't be able to get hit from your main zone. I don't have. I'm not a developer. I'm just a YouTuber trying to bring this content to its community. Stan is also a YouTuber. The link will be in the description after I go and edit the description. You should check him out. He's a phenomenal person. So,
Thanks, baby.
absolutely, Stan. Is there anything else you want to look at, Stan?
Doesn't really look like there's much else that they've given us until it starts.
Yeah.
Like they haven't given us the rewards. We don't know what's in the um, seasonal shop. We don't know what those buffs are. There's just so much that they've just kind of dangled in front of our faces.
Yeah, I mean we have speculation, we have screenshots from that people are like, "Oh, this is how it's going to work" and stuff like that, but there's no official response on how it will work. So I don't want to I'm not a huge fan of speculation or determining things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to say
And
something
like,
and then it be completely wrong. Cuz like we have yeah, never mind.
and
Okay.
there's also always been kind of terrible translation in this game. Like you
Yeah.
can't really take what they write in at face value. Like a few times I've seen in there talking about seasonal special ant, but then it also says you'll be able to take all of the different special ants back. So it's like, is there one? Is there more?
Well,
Just never know with
I
these people.
I haven't seen that, but I've seen a lot of
It
like
was
short time period, and then it's like
yeah.
you will not be able to move back for the next 45 days. Well, thank you for clarifying because we were confused. But why that question had to be explicitly asked is beyond me. Like, so. All right, you guys. Thank you for hanging around. It looks like we have 25 people in the viewer progression right now. I really appreciate those that stuck around the entire time. Um, it's been a wild ride reviewing this. This is my first exposure to any of it, so sorry if I didn't have all the answers. Uh, Thank you, Stan, for spending an hour and a half, 2.5 hours of your life with me. Uh, I really appreciate your insight. You're definitely way smarter than I am.
No,
Until next time, guys. Stay humble, stay happy, stay hungry. Bye, y'all.